I believe in me.
I believe in me.
I believe in you.
I believe in you.
Stand strong. You are powerful.
Stand strong. You are inspiring.
We are fighters. We are ambitious.
We are extraordinary. We are conquerors. Simply straight talk, our voices will be heard.
This is Simply Straight Talk. Tune in now, you don't want to miss out. Real conversation, plenty motivation. Keep you thinking and still entertaining. Yeah, I know that you'll enjoy the mottos. Free your voice, it's your choice. Hosted by Reggie B, but you already know. And you gotta check them out and how we roll. Hey, ain't nothing off the table, give it to you straight. Changing your mindset, talking past mistakes. You ain't gotta wait, time to take off. This is Simply Straight Talk.
I'm Melissa, and this is the Simply Straight Talk podcast, where we engage in solution-based conversations with tips on how to overcome and move past the challenges and struggles we face in life. So join in, and let's show the world you got what it takes. It's showtime. Let's hop on this train of motivation.
Hey everybody, and welcome to season 13 of the Simply Straight Talk podcast. Season 13, people, I'm gonna get it out. It feels so good, I just can't say it. Yes, but season 13, man. So I appreciate everybody who has followed and supported the Simply Straight Talk podcast. I really appreciate all the love and support, all the comments. Hey guys, don't forget, like, subscribe, comment. And for those of you who are actually watching this and seeing me record this, much love, man, because I haven't really put my face out there like that. So I stand behind everything I say, but I also gonna put some video with it so you will know who's saying the shit that you're hearing. All right? No, but let's keep it 100, man. So today, to start off season 13, I want to talk about is my side piece my true soulmate? Now, I'm not talking about me specifically, but I'm talking about for those who are out there who are in a relationship and you may be messing around with somebody who's in a relationship. So your relationship is a relationship with somebody else's relationship. So, but I want to come to sort of the understanding and kind of getting a little bit of clarity regarding the fact of, if you are messing with a man or woman who is married, you know, what makes a person come to the conclusion that this is my soulmate? Because there are a lot of factors that play into this, and I just want to talk about it. Because a lot of times people will get into situations, or as Jada Pinkett called it, entanglements, and they will say that it's basically they become infatuated with the person, then they get lustful, then it comes to like, now it's love, and they start to feel like this is the person that I need to be with. You know, keeping in mind that the person that they are with is with somebody else. Now, we do understand that, let's just keep it 100, because we all grown folks, okay? We all grown folks. We all know that a lot of people, when they do get involved with somebody else, it's because there's something about their home life that's not fulfilling or they're unhappy. Now, me personally, I do believe that a person can love somebody else that they're with. They can love their husband, they can love their wife, but it's something that's missing that makes them sort of step out. It could be something as simple as that person has maybe an illness where they can't perform in bed, or maybe that person is just not an affectionate or romantic person. It's just something about that person that the other person feels like, I need something to fulfill this part of my life that I'm not getting. And what happens is, when you start to get into these relationships to where entanglement, whatever you want to call them, when you start messing with somebody that's in a relationship, one of the problems that sort of comes up is, what happens when you start to catch feelings? What happens when one person starts to say, okay, yeah, I'm feeling like we can be together. I'm feeling like we can be a couple. And the other person either can kind of be feeling the same way, like, yeah, I'm kind of catching feelings too. Or it could be like, listen, no, when we started this whole thing, we agreed that this was just for fun. But like today, we're talking about what happens when that just for fun turns to just love, because you're catching feelings now and you're starting to think, I'm supposed to be the side piece. And as a side piece, thought I saw somebody behind me. As a side piece, is this person my soulmate? Is this person my soulmate? Is my side piece who I'm really supposed to be with? So we want to talk about that today, man. And we want to really get into it because a lot of things need to be considered and thought about, but you got to be realistic about what we're about to talk about. Now, what happens when a person begins to believe that the person they are having an affair with is the one that they should be with in life? Because I'm a firm believer in you cannot effectively say you love one person and then you love another person. The love gonna slack somewhere else, because the more love you start to feel and the more feelings you start to catch for that other person, the more your feelings for the person that you're with is going to start to dwindle. It's little things you're going to start to do that you won't do anymore. You're not going to be saying things. That person may come up to give you to touch you or give you a hug. You may be like, ah. See, things like that do come into play. And sometimes I just feel like when people get in these situations, they really don't pay attention to that. Like, yeah, you may cook every day, but now all of a sudden you don't cook. You may think about cooking for that other guy or that other woman. She wants to go to a restaurant that she's wanted to hear and try, but no. You want to take the other side chick to that restaurant because you start to feel like you have more fun and that's the person you want to be with. But when you start catching feelings and you start having these feelings and thoughts of being in love and how it would be if you're with this person, like, oh, if we were together all the time, we would do this, we would do that. This person just understands me. They get me. They treat me different. They talk to me different. We can be more open in our conversations and we can just really have the relationship that I always wanted I can have with that person. See, that's what happens. Because when you're having an affair, with somebody else, you start to think that person could be the right one for you. You really get that in your mind because you've been with that person in a way, but here's the kicker. The way you have been with that person is what you need to think about. That's what you need to think about. Because what makes you feel this way about that person is the fact that when you go out with them, what are you doing? Oh, we're going out to dinner, or we're going out to meet somewhere, some little private, intimate thing. So that's kind of what you're doing. Everything with that person is about sex, is about fun. There's no real responsibility. There's no real obligations. If they want to get you a little trinket for your birthday, they can. But you know why most people, side note here, you want to know why most people are okay with dating somebody that's already married or in another relationship? Because they don't have to have the responsibility of being a real partner to you. And that's the truth. Because listen, if a guy or a woman is dating somebody that's married, there's only certain things you can buy them because they can't take that crap home. They can't take that crap home. And they got to be careful. Even saying like, oh, I think I want to wear this. If your side chick likes a certain cologne and your wife prefers a different cologne, if you are all of a sudden wearing that new cologne because your side chick likes it, or you feel like, okay, I can only put it on the days unknown to go see her, you think a woman ain't going to pick up on that? Like, dang, so why all of a sudden he's wearing this cologne on Wednesdays and Thursdays? When he said he's going out or going here, he's putting on that cologne. See, it makes you change who you are. Because now you're trying to impress somebody outside of the person that you're with. And a lot of people don't think about how these little changes really impact their real relationship, not the play relationship. Because think about it. When you are when you are cheating, you're with somebody for fun. It's fun. That's why you're together, because you feel like you can have fun, you can talk, you can relax. But once again, there's no real obligations. There's no real responsibilities to that person. That's on the person that they're married to, the person that they're really with. That's their responsibility. See, you don't have to worry about birthdays. You ain't got to worry about Christmas. You ain't got to deal with their family members. You ain't got to deal with, bills or any of that other stuff. You don't have to deal with it. Simply for the fact that you are the side chick, or as I call men, the back pocket dude. You only come out when that person needs their itch scratched. But like I said, a lot of times people will get this so mixed up and say, you're supposed to be my soulmate. I love you. Do you love them? Because do you really know them? Because when you think about it, and you're just meeting somebody for escapades, because you're trying to escape the reality of where you are in your real relationship, and you're hanging out with this person, you're not talking about bills. You're not talking about money. You may be complaining about your financial situation and seeing if they'll contribute to it. But for the most part, you're just with them because you're trying to escape. You're trying to have fun. You're trying to smash. You're trying to get your back blown out. And for men, you're trying to get it wet and dip it deep. That's it. But a lot of people get it confused because they think that they can build a real relationship with somebody that's in a relationship, or somebody who's in a relationship wants to toss the relationship they got because they got this person, this man or woman that they've been kicking it with, and they feel like, oh, we always have fun. It's always good. We don't have to be serious. And that's what a lot of people say, like, oh, I like being with him or her because it's not serious. We don't talk serious. We laugh. We have fun. We do fun stuff. Yeah, because there's no real responsibility or obligation to each other. So it gives you a false sense that you're in a real relationship when you're not. Because what happens is, not for all cases, but for some, it runs into the problem of when these people get into the mindset of, I'm going to leave my partner and come be with you, and they get together. It's like, well, you're not the person, I was with when we was doing all this. You didn't act like this. You weren't worried about how much money we spending, because the dynamic of the relationship has now changed. You are no longer a side piece, because you have left the person you was with, and now you two have real responsibilities to each other. You have an obligation to take care of each other. And when that happens, that means that you have to be more business-minded as far as the relationship, because you got to manage the finances. So it's not always going to be fun and games. So a lot of people look at somebody that they're cheating with, and they see the potential of a soulmate based on the sex and based on the fun. And it doesn't work out. And when these feelings start coming out about how a person feels about somebody that they're sort of having a fling with, is like, should I stay with this person? I love this. I'm starting to catch feelings. I'm starting to fall in love. Should I stay with the man or the woman that I'm with? Should I roll out on this? And then when they tell the other person, have you ever thought about how they're going to react? Because some people, just to keep having the fun with you, well, like, yeah, I feel the same too. But the truth is, they don't want you to dip on who you with. They're happy with the situation that they got. That the two of you can meet, have sex, have fun, and then y'all go y'all separate ways. But when one person catch feelings, or both people catch feelings, then you run into the situation to where one person is saying, the man is getting jealous because the woman is going back to her husband, or she can't call as much as he want her to call, or she's out and they can't go to certain places because her and her husband get there, or him and his wife have went there. So now they're starting to feel jealous. How are you going to be jealous over somebody that's married? You're not even supposed to be with that person. Why are you jealous because that person's husband or wife said, yeah, I want a little bit tonight. And that person is like, got to get, what do you want to do? Tell them no? Listen, I can't sleep with you because basically I'm trying to save it for this other person I've been hitting. So you and the thing about it is, if you are expecting that person not to sleep with their husband or wife, and that person is saying it's okay for me to sleep around with this other man or woman, but you as my husband or as my wife cannot go and sleep with anybody else. How selfish and narcissistic is that? Because basically, the person that's cheating is basically saying the only person in both those relationships that can get sex is them. And then you get some cases to where one person who's cheating on somebody else doesn't want the person that she's cheating with to cheat with nobody else either. You don't understand what I'm saying? You see how all this is just so stupid? It's just so stupid because people get in these situations and they want to make the person that they're cheating with their soulmate because they start to believe that they're their soulmate. And when they get these beliefs in their minds, like I said, at a certain point, when you begin to really fall in love with somebody and you say you love somebody else, you're going to begin to neglect that person. You're going to begin to neglect that person in little ways. Maybe it's subconscious. It may not even be intentional because your heart is no longer with them. Your heart is with somebody else. But should that somebody else be your soulmate? Should you leave the person that you with to go be with the person you've been cheating on to see if they be your soulmate? You've been cheating with, Should you leave the person you're with to go be with the person you've been cheating on? Should you leave the person you cheating on? See how confusing this shit is? Should you leave the person that you're cheating on to go be with that man or woman you're cheating with? Y'all come back and we're going to clear this up. We're going to talk some more because some of y'all need to hear it because some of y'all out there doing some things and some of y'all out there about to get busted. Y'all don't want that because some of y'all is living and surviving off that person that you cheating on. And when they catch it, people get crazy. And you just don't want them to get crazy on you. So what should you do? Stay tuned to the Simply Straight Talk Show. I'm going to give you some advice that might help you understand what you need to do. We'll be back.
You're listening to Simply Straight Talk.
All right, Simply Straight Talk family. We want to return the love you have shown us back to you. Reggie will be giving away great prizes during certain Simply Straight Talk podcast shows, so make sure you subscribe and listen to the show for your chance to win. Just imagine being able to take 4 people to the movies, a free night in a hotel, a gift card with cash for a restaurant, or one of our Simply Straight Talk podcast shirts. There will be other prizes as well. For more information, visit our website at www.rmviaging.com and click on Simply Straight Talk Podcast in the menu.
Like what you hear so far? Make sure you never miss a show by clicking the subscribe button now. This podcast is made possible by listeners like you. Thank you for your support. Now back to the show.
All right, everybody, we're back with the second part of today's show, man. Is my side piece my soulmate? Is your side piece your soulmate? I mean, if you are saying yes to that, or you're thinking, man, I think I need to go ahead and just dip from what I got and pick up on this other thing, are you really making the right decision? Because like I said, a lot of us get in the mindset to where we get comfortable and like moments of pleasure we see as the future, not realizing that those moments of pleasure are simply just that, moments of pleasure. There's no real value to it. Because once you start getting behind the scenes, like I was saying earlier, there is a big difference between having somebody in your life who's cool and fun versus having somebody in your life who is still cool and fun. You just sort of forgotten how to have that fun with that person. You've forgotten how cool that person is, because a lot of times when it comes to relationships, it becomes more of a business. Because when you get into a relationship with somebody, especially marriage, now you're looking at your finances being tied together. You got to consider your actions, because your actions are going to impact them. Whether you want to be an independent woman or an alpha male, whatever you want to call yourself, the bottom line is you still have to consider your partner, the things that you want to do, your ambitions, your dreams, your goals. It is going to impact your partner. It's going to impact your quality time. It's going to impact your finances. If you want to start a business, you got to take the money from somewhere. I mean, a real partner is going to want to help his partner. I would want to, if I was married, I would want my wife to go after her dreams. She want to start a business. I want to be a supporting factor, motivating, encouraging her to do that. And financially, yeah, I'm probably going to have to contribute. And it will be the same with me if I wanted to do something. But when you're messing around with somebody who is just a side piece, a side chick, back pocket dude, you don't have that responsibility. Now, you may mention it to that person, like I said earlier, with the hopes that that person is like, okay, yeah, I'll contribute, what you need. Let me help you a little bit. But then again, most people go for their side chick or side piece but for fun. It's for fun. That's really what it is. You're not happy with what you got at home. He not slanging it right. She ain't throwing it back right. Whatever the issue is, when you're getting into that relationship with somebody that's not who you want to be with, you will run into the problem of simply trying to figure out how to make it work, how to get your relationship to that next level. But if you're thinking about doing that with somebody that you're just having an affair with, like I said, those moments you guys are out there in the beds, in the hotels, in the cars, sneaking and creeping around, it's fun. It's got a little thrill to it, but it's not real. It's not real when it comes to an honest, serious relationship. Because now, instead of meeting that person for a few hours a day or a few hours a week, now you're talking about 24/7 with somebody. Me bringing my problems to you, you bringing your problems to me seeing what you really are like. Not when you come to me because you need to get off some stress and sort of just relieve some of that tension and stuff that you're building. I'm talking about actually having to deal with the emotions and stress and the issues that a person is facing in their daily life. That's what takes away from a lot of relationships when people are together and makes them sort of stray. Because when you have to deal with your shit, then you got to deal with theirs. Now you get that stuff is compounded. And it gets to a point to where if they're off a week, if your weeks are not lining up to where you guys are feeling this and vibing on each other at the same time, it's going to feel like we don't fit. We're not a good match. It's going to feel like, oh, we're always on different sides. You don't understand me. You're not happy when I need you to be happy, or when I need you to be with me when I'm sad, you're not there. It's going to feel like that because you have simply gotten into the mindset like a lot of people do, to where your relationship has become a business, to where you're not even really functioning on each other. You're just trying to maintain a house, maintain your bills, maintain your job, and you're tolerating each other in the middle of all this. So when we go back to people who are saying, is my side piece, back pocket dude, my soulmate? I'm not going to say yes or no, but I am going to say you need to really think about it. Because think about the responsibilities that your mate has versus the responsibilities that your side dude or your side chick have. They're not obligated for your birthdays. It's nice if they do, but they're not obligated to. Christmas, holidays, family trips, vacations, they're not obligated to provide that to you because they're a getaway. They're a getaway. And unless you can perform some huge big lie to get you away for a week or two, most people can't even do that. They can't even explain it. They can't. So is your side piece, back pocket dude, side chick your soulmate? Are you falling in love with an idea? Is that what it is? Have you just fallen in love with an idea? You know, I talk about the movie Fences, and many people just focus on, there's a lot of drama, they focus on the cheating. But one thing I tell people to look at is, in that movie, the character Denzel Washington played had a baby with another woman. And because he couldn't find peace at home. So how many of y'all out there right now are living in a situation to where you have a home, you're in a relationship, but the relationship just don't have any peace? So what are you doing? You're out there, the simplest guy who says the kindest thing to you, you're like, oh, you almost melt. Men do the same thing. They go out, they have no peace in their home, they're working, they're hard working, and they get out, and the first woman that says the kindest things to them, basically, it's almost like they want to catch feelings. Because you're not getting it at home. Men and women, they're not getting it at home. That's how people start developing these little work husbands, work wives. Because they're using that to replace what they don't have at home. Eating lunch together, talking to each other like they're husband and wife, playing little games like they're husband and wife, until mentally it starts to become a little thing of like almost becoming real in some people's minds, to where they start to actually think about it. Like, oh, he's so sweet. Oh, she's so sweet. You say she said that. You said she said that. And that leads, first it's the words, then it leads to a little bit of touching, massaging, hugging, playfulness. You get so comfortable with it. But why can't people bring that same comfort back to their home environment? Why can't they? See, that's the thing when we start talking about getting out here and meeting and cheating and dating with somebody. And then we start catching feelings, and we want to make that person that we're cheating with our dream person, that dream woman or that dream guy. And for guys, a lot of times guys get out here and find out that that woman who's allowing you to be a side chick, not all women, but some, not all, but some of them are allowing you to do that because they're just trying to see what they can get from you. Can they get another means of financial support? They'll say whatever you need to say while you in the house, you in the bed, you doing this, they'll cook, they'll do stuff for you, and you support them. And same thing for men. You got some men out there. They don't want a real relationship with the woman that they're cheating on. They know she got a husband, but they don't want a real relationship with her. They just want to have fun. That's it. They simply just want to have fun. That's all they're looking for. Fun. So when feelings start to come in, they start to pull away. Back up. Like, no. Nah, that ain't what we're supposed to be doing. Or they'll ride along for a little bit to let you think like, yeah. If you leave him, let me tell you something. Your husband, you're going to find out that other dude done lost your number. You ain't got nobody to call and nobody to talk to. Then you're trying to run back home. Think about the stuff you doing. Think about it. You know, it's just funny that when people get into relationships, how fun they are, how much fun they're having with each other. And then the second they get serious, they forget how to have fun. Some people out there still got good husbands and good wives, and they out here running around. The same things you can be doing with that person, you can be doing with your mate. Now, some people may need some counseling. Maybe going to a counselor, help kind of sort through some things. Because over years when people together, sometimes resentment starts to build up on past things that happened. One person hasn't moved past it. The other person has. They thinking we're past this. Like, no, we're not past this. So little trigger moments come up to make that person start acting crazy. The other person don't know why. They may have an idea, but they don't know why, because the person don't want to admit the fact that they haven't moved past something that's happened. But then you got to think about, too, the consequences of when you stepping out and then you get found out. How do you deal with that? Because here's my motto. We're going to take a break after I say this. I will defend a woman, but I would never fight over a woman. So people can take that however they want to take it. I will defend a woman that's with me. I'm not going to let nobody hurt her. I'm not going to let nobody mess with her, but I'm not going to fight over her. See, if she's out here messing around and another dude comes up and now he's caught up in his feelings because they've been cheating, and he said he's tired of having to play sides and not get time with her, I'm going to look there like, so you been with him? Oh, baby, it was just one time. I'm looking at him like, bruh, you can take a nap. Why would I fight over somebody that don't want to be with me? Why? Why would I waste my time and my energy and keep fighting over them just so they can run back and try to resolve that situation with the person they was cheating with? I'd rather just either be single or go out here and meet somebody that wants to be with me, that wants to spend time with me. I'd rather do that. Why do I want to waste energy on drama when I can waste energy on loving? Hey, you know what I'm saying? But listen, we're going to take a break and we'll be right back with the final thoughts of today's show.
Free your mind, free your voice right here on Simply Straight Talk.
Hey, we all know that Atlanta, Georgia is a big city, and sometimes you might need just a little bit of help. But you know what? That's why we have Legs Concierge Services. Are you looking for someone to help you with errands, event planning, dog walking, organizing, shopping, or maybe you're in need of a personal assistant? Then you need to contact Legs Concierge Services, operating in Atlanta, Georgia. For more information on these and additional services, contact rarmstrong105@gmail.com. That's rarmstrong105@gmail.com. Remember, time is precious, so let Legs Concierge Services help you enjoy it so much better.
Are you ready for the straight truth? Reggie, what's the final word for today?
Hey everybody, and welcome back. We are now in the final thoughts of today's show, and today we're talking about, is my side piece my soulmate? Listen, I know a lot of times that we're in situations, we're in relationships, we've gotten involved in people, and I'm not here to judge, man. I am not here to judge. I would not say that I have never been a side piece. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not here to judge nobody. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, my younger days, you know what I'm saying? But the thing about it is, I'm not here to judge, but I'm just out here to make you think. I'm out here to make you really make the best choices for you. That's what this show is all about. I'm not here to provide answers. I'm just here to make you think so you make the best choices so you can have a long life that's prosperous, successful, and that you make good decisions, because that's what it's all about. Now, I understand there are different aspects to everybody's relationships. Some people are in great relationships, but you just with somebody who's never satisfied. So they feel they got to step out. Some of us are just in relationships to where you're just not with a good person, so you find peace in somebody else's arms. Whatever your situation is, that's your business. But do not stay in a relationship where you're being abused and mistreated, and where you can definitely don't stay in a relationship where you can be harmed. But all I want to say is that I always put it out there. If you feel that counseling will help you in your current relationship, definitely take advantage of it. Marriage counseling, even if you want to get counseling for yourself, step out into that to make sure you get some help. There are a lot of programs out there that can help you sort of guide you in dealing with relationships and dealing with heartbreak. I have a young lady that's going to be speaking on the show in a couple weeks, and she's going to talk, and we're going to ask some questions about modern women, modern men, and we're going to have that conversation, and I'm going to see if I can get her to talk a little bit about heartbreak coaching, because she deals in that. So when we get Miss Goa on the show, definitely tune in. That's coming up in a couple weeks. But I just want to say this, if you are having an affair with somebody, be really careful about making the assumption or assuming that this person is your soulmate. Remember, they only have to show you one side of who they really are. And they may not even be showing you that. They may just be showing you the flesh side of them, the side of them that's just all about sex, all about fun. So you need to make sure that if you get into a relationship with somebody, if you're going to leave somebody you're with, make sure that the person that you're leaving has more to offer on the other side of the fence than whoever you're going to. Because a lot of us, we really do. People get so caught up in just the chemicals that get aroused when you're in that moment of being aroused and you're feeling like I don't have to be worried or fearful and all I can do is just sit here and just enjoy, because there's no expectations of a real relationship. There's no obligations. There's no accountability. And a lot of people, when those are taken out of the picture and they get into a relationship, they get into a relationship with somebody else on the side to where none of that plays a factor, they start to feel like this is where I belong. But like I said, please keep in mind that just because you're out there with somebody else and it may seem like it's fun, it may feel like a good fit, really think this through. And I'm saying this with so much sincerity. Please think it through, because I'm pretty sure nobody wants to hurt the person that they're with. You know what I'm saying? Because for whatever reason you're stepping out, the fact that you're doing it and you're doing it in secrecy means you don't want to hurt the person that you're with. You don't want them to find out about it. But you still need to be mindful of the fact that when you do step out like that, be careful that you stop being careful. Because like I said, you never know how somebody's going to react. You can take the calmest, quietest dude, but when you start playing with people's heart, you never know how they're going to react. Some people just lose it, men and women. I mean, I've seen some women that have just been like cool and laid back, had the softest, sweetest voices, but when they was put in the situation to where their heart was broken, I mean, it was like a demon stepped out of them. So, and that applies for men too. So just be careful, because nobody wants to be hurt. Try to salvage the relationship you're in and think about what I'm saying to you. Having fun with somebody without obligations, accountability, and responsibility attached to that relationship does not make that person a potential soulmate. And I think that's where a lot of people are getting confused. You know, they're basing it off of the fun. They're basing it off of the fact that that person doesn't have to tell you what you need. They just need to tell you what you want to hear. And a lot of people are caught up in somebody telling them what they want to hear. Because somebody once asked me, what does game mean to you? To me, when a person has game is the ability to to emotionally manipulate somebody to believing something about them to make you have a more desired effect towards them. That's my definition of game. And a lot of these people are out here running game left and right. Don't get caught up in it. All right? Hey, I hope y'all enjoyed today's show, man. I hope this video comes up well. So we'll check it out and see. If you guys like the fact that I'm doing the video with the podcast, then I will definitely upload a video version of the podcast for you so you can check it out, so you can see it as it's actually being done. And don't forget, Angelique and Melissa, I'm going to try to get them back. I didn't get Melissa last season, but we have been talking. She says she's watching, she's listening. So I'm going to try to get Melissa on, man. I see y'all been asking about it. I'm going to try to swing Melissa on the show so I can get her back on. And definitely we're going to get Angelique back on. And so check them out, man. And don't forget to check out Angelique and Melissa. Angelique has a YouTube channel called Miss Toon Lover, where she's going over cartoons, man. It's really funny. You know what I'm saying? I love it. And she points out some things about the cartoon that you definitely gonna love. She's still doing voiceovers. And don't forget to check out Angelique, who's doing voiceovers and graphic design and video content. Check out my homies, man. They've been ride or die with me from the start. So check them out. Support them. Support here, because we're a group, you know what I'm saying? And don't make me put some more videos out on them, because if Melissa, listen, I'm going to put this out right now. If Melissa don't come on the show, I'm going to make another video about her. You hear me, Melissa? I'm going to make another video about you. The last one I did was Lucius Lyons and Cookie. I'm going to do another one if Melissa don't come on the show. I'm challenging you, Melissa. Come on the show. Don't make me make another video. I'm trying to find the center of the camera. Don't make me make another video about you, Melissa. I will do it. You know I will do it. That's right. I will do it. And I'm going to leave this off with you, Melissa, just like I left in that video. Melissa, bring your ass back over here. She gonna cuss me out, y'all. That's my homie, dog. All in love. Hey, man, thank y'all for checking out the show. And please remember, definitely subscribe, share these videos, share the podcast with other people. And don't forget, leave your thoughts and comments down below. Also, the website is up where the comment section, so you can go to the Student Straight Talk forum and you can share your comments on any other shows, engage with other listeners. So I look forward to hearing from you guys. So I appreciate all the support, all the love. Thank you so much. And we will be back next week with another episode of the Simply Straight Talk podcast. Peace.
It has been wonderful sharing this conversation with you here on the Simply Straight Talk podcast. If you have feedback on today's episode, DM us on Instagram at Reggie_BM11 or email speak@simplystraighttalk.com. We'd love to hear from you. Join us again next Friday for more solution-based conversation and tips for how to deal with the challenges of life. Thanks for listening.